Hello, this is Matthew Fagan. This is my term project sprint number 1. So as a gamer, I want to move the shooter using the 4 arrow keys so that the shooter can navigate the game screen. So right 10 pixels, left, up and down, and then you can hold down the arrow keys and the shooter will continue to move continuously. As a gamer, I want to move the shooter without leaving the game screen so the shooter does not disappear from the screen. So you can go to the right edge of the screen, left, top, and bottom, and he will not move past those. And the shooter stays inside after pressing the arrow keys. As a gamer, I want the bullets to move in a direction I press so I can aim my shots. The bullets travel in one direction. The bullets travel in the direction that the mouse was clicked, and the bullets stop after an impact with the enemy. As a gamer, I want my bullets to move faster and be smaller than my missiles, so there's a variety of weaponry. The bullets travel faster than my missiles, and the bullets are smaller than the missiles and do not explode like the missiles do. As a gamer, I want the missiles to travel in a direction I press so that I can aim my shots. This is basically a rehash of the bullets, but the missile will behave differently. It will move slower. As a mine dropper, I want to spawn half as frequently as the basic enemies so that I am considered a greater threat. And my acceptance criteria is the mine enemy spawns periodically and the mine enemy spawns less than the basic enemy. As a mine enemy, I want to spawn at a random location so that I am unpredictable. My acceptance criteria are mine enemies spawning at a random location and mine enemies spawning within the game board. As a mine dropper, I want to shoot off bombs that will bounce off walls so the gamer must dodge from multiple sides. So my acceptance criteria are the bombs will bounce off the walls and stay within the game board, and the bombs are spawning in a correct random interval. As a mine dropper, I want the bombs to originate from myself so that they make sense. The bombs spawn from the mine droppers, and the bombs are not spawning from other bombs. As a mine enemy, I want to have more health than the player, more health, so the player must hit me multiple times. So my acceptance criteria for this is mine enemies take multiple hits to die, and that the missiles will do more damage to enemies than the bullets. As a missile, I want to know where the player pressed a screen so I can explode the location. The missile stops where the player pressed, and missile travels in a straight line. As a missile, I want to explode at a certain size so that the enemies are damaged if they collide with the blast radius. Missiles explode to a certain size, then stop, and enemies that are either hit initially or enter the blast will take damage. As a missile, I want to detect collisions with enemy objects so I can explode early. Missile stops if it hits an enemy and does not continue. And missile explodes after collision. As a missile, I want to disappear once my size is reached so I no longer impact the game. Missile leaves the game board once completed, and enemies are not randomly destroyed by missiles that should no longer exist. So let's take a look at my game now. Alright, as you can see, I've got my bomber enemies spawning in randomly. They are shooting off their bombs. Here as the player, I can shoot bullets that will impact the bombs or the mine enemies. If I right click, I can shoot my missiles. I can use my arrow keys. I've yet to stop the boundaries of the border. I can move in the 4 directions. These kind of get out of hand if you don't clean them up. Let's see what else do we have. You saw the missiles were exploding after the collision. They exploded to a certain size and then stopped. The bombs were bouncing off the wall and spawning from the mine droppers. And the mine droppers were spawning at a periodic interval and taking more damage to die than one hit like those bombs are.